Welcome back, folks. Greg Silverman, Chief Investment Officer. No more bow ties, just the CIO's part. Come learn with me. Another session. This is an interesting one, percolated to the top. It's to do with US nuclear power plant factories. And as you may know, chilly behind me. As you know, we're pretty big investors in the uranium patch. So this one came up and was of interest. Let's have a read. US nuclear power plants contain dangerous counterfeit parts, report finds. Oh, okay. At least some nuclear power plants in the US contain counterfeit parts that could pose significant risks. The investigation by the Inspector General's Office of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission has found those parts present nuclear safety and security concerns that could have serious consequences, say the resulting report, which is linked there, published in February 9th. The Verge reports the investigation was conducted after unnamed individuals alleged that most, if not all, nuclear plants in the US have fake or faulty parts. The Inspector General's office uncovered problems with counterfeit parts at a few different plants as part of its investigation. The report also says that the DOE has separately flagged 100 incidents involving counterfeit parts just last year, which is a problem that the US will have to crack down on if it moves forward with plans to include nuclear power in its transition to clean energy. Without greater oversight at the NRC, the report warns the risk of counterfeit parts going unnoticed in the nation's nuclear power plants could rise. As part of the inquiry, the Inspector General's office looked for parts that are illegally altered to look like legitimate products, parts that are intentionally misrepresented to deceive, and parts that don't meet product specifications. It sampled 4 power plants across the US and found evidence of counterfeit parts at one of those plants in the Midwest. It also points to nuclear power plants in the Northeast, separate from those it sampled, where a well-placed NRC principal found that counterfeit parts were involved in 2 separate component failures. Wait. You don't want to know about component failures in nuclear power plants. The NRC might be underestimating the prevalence of counterfeit parts, the report warns, because the regulatory agency doesn't have a robust system in place for tracking problematic parts. It only requires plants to report counterfeits in extraordinary circumstances, like if they lead to an emergency shutdown of a reactor. The report also notes that the NRC hasn't thoroughly investigated all counterfeit allegations. There were 55 nuclear power plants operating in the US as of September 21, and the Inspector General's office sampled just 4 for its report. NRC Public Affairs Officer Scott Burnell told The Verge in an email that nothing in the report suggests an immediate safety concern. The NRC's Office of the Executive Director for Operations is thoroughly reviewing the report and will direct the agency's program officers to take appropriate action. The Verge. Never slashed out. Okay, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Interesting that we're hearing about something that we haven't heard about before. So we always find it interesting about how the nuclear industry is perceived in the kind of public, the public mass mind, if you will. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you want to see more of our videos, please subscribe and like, and take a look at the links below, and you can see more of what we do behind the curtain. All right, thanks for joining us. Greg Silverman out for now.